kind of a progress as I've gone through this coaching ranks.
Going back to 2020, when you were still the tight ends coach, and you guys were running a lot more 11 personnel. I think you only controlled the ball for like 25 minutes a game. How much do you think the team's success has kind of followed the fact that you gained a little bit more influence maybe as it's gone on, and the team's success has followed as a result of that?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's more of the players than us. I mean, we do, as a staff, I think we do an unbelievable job of playing complementary football on both sides. So it's the players' investment, what they've done. Because it was crazy, the players were just talking about, man, coach, you guys get a lot of swag, a lot of gear. I was like, yeah, but you guys get to play. And then I just started laughing and like, yeah, you're right. So, like, that's the part that I think people forget. Because, yeah, there's some schematic things that we do a little bit different than we did in 20, but we do a lot of the same stuff. Fundamentally, I feel like we're better. And we just play better complementary football. Obviously, from a defensive standpoint, we changed our scheme, which has helped our guys, and we play to the strength of their scheme. They play to strength on offense and defense and special teams. So I think it's really the players that really impacted this thing more than
What's the biggest with TCU? What are some of the differences that they give you guys on defense versus? I know you're not seeing a lot of what they do in the league.
Yeah, I mean they're 3-3 stack, defense. The things that they do different. They play those three middle safeties that really run fit really hard. They try to figure out ways to get more guys in the box than it appears. So you can see that they do a really good job of flying to the ball. So I think the three-down lineman thing we see a little bit different style in our conference. So it'll be a challenge for us, and we're definitely excited about it.
What's the biggest thing you've learned from Jim Harbaugh since you've been working for him?
The biggest thing would probably be that you don't always have to do things the way you've always done. That there's always new ways, that there's different things that you can do to make yourself better, to make the team better, and don't always live in this box. It has to be this way, it has to be this way. And just because you've never done it doesn't mean that it can't be done that way. So I think that's the biggest thing I've learned from him. And then the way he leads this program, what he's done over the past 5 years that I've been here, just watching him every day, I just take that, every day I watch him and see what he does and how he leads the program, how he's a family man, how he takes care of everybody. Those are the things I think I've learned the most, is how he handles his business on and off the field.
Do you feel like you have a bigger voice, I guess? Maybe versus
a
couple years ago?
I think just because I've earned his trust, and when you've seen the ups and downs of the program, I feel like you do gain a little bit more clout or voice when you do that. So obviously calling plays, that's when you're going to have a voice in what's getting called. But like from a program standpoint, I've seen when it's been great like this, and I've seen when it's been bad. So I know what it looks like and what it feels like. So he definitely leans on me and leans on our guys to handle that stuff.
Sherrone, you obviously played in an offense with Oklahoma. When you played at there, that was wide open or whatever. So I'm just wondering, what your influences and when you come up with and I know it's not your offense at all, but what the offense that you're running now, what pieces are you bringing?
When I played, actually, we played more two tight ends and two backs. I had Jermaine Gresham and Joe Johnson. I had pretty good running backs with Adrian and DeMarco. And then Sam Bradford. But we played in a lot of two tight end sets, a lot. And then as it progressed after I got done, it went to more of the spread, up tempo stuff. So my influence comes from that, but it also comes from Sean Watson is a big influence in my life. He was at the University of Louisville's offensive coordinator, and that's where I really started learning the passing game, learning all those things, and then just our whole offensive staff. Coach Weiss, Coach Hart, Coach Newsom, Coach Bellamy. Those guys put as much in everything as we do, so it's a collective effort in what we do, and we just try to make it fit and make it, attack the defense how we're going to attack it.
When did you know Olu was going to be the guy you thought he was, and just talk about the impact he's had this year?
The third day of practice. So the guy was unbelievable. As soon as he got there, he didn't say a word. We were on spring break, and he was there working out, and he just didn't talk. And it took till after spring to let him know, say, hey, bro, you have respect from everybody in this building. You can say what you want. He's like, okay. And that's when he really started to, let it loose and speak his mind, because he's earned the respect. Because of the way he works and the way he acts and then what he does on the field. So it took 3 practices. The first shoulder pad practice, he went against Mozzie. And the guys were, oh, this guy's pretty good. And Mozzie came up to me, he's like, hey, coach, I haven't had a center do that to me since I've been here, so I think he might be the guy. I was like, yeah, I think so too. So it took then, and then it just fired off from there, and he's just done an unbelievable job, and I'm so proud of him and what he's done over this past season.
How different is it to plug and play that position specifically?
Yeah, it's different because that guy, he runs the line. He really runs the offense with the quarterback. He makes all the calls, does everything. So it's huge. But when you find a guy like that, he's pretty special. So, but it helps when you have really good players around him. You know, the four guys that play beside him are really good, and they did an incredible job just making it fit in. And it feels like he's been there for 5 years.
I know you're not thinking too far ahead, but Raheem looked pretty good when he got in there against Rutgers. What's he brought in terms of intensity and growing every day in this offense?
Yeah, I mean, he's done an outstanding job, as well as all those younger guys. So just excited about the progress of all of them and see where they go. Don't really talk about the future too much. Kind of just let things play out and see where they go. So, but